All right. Welcome everyone. New setup, and I hope everyone will like it. It is May 28th, 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am here. You are here with perfect timing, and I am here to do readings for people with perfect timing. So, I'm going to catch up a few things here. Technicalities. Everything is well and good. Okay. There we go. There. Ha. Boop, boop, boop. Singing. There we go. We're good. Margaret, hello. Welcome. Welcome, Margaret. Margaret, do you have a question? Hello. Margaret says hello, and I say hello back. I have a new setup. I have a new small space to work with, and everybody can see my cards now. See, will Margaret get married when she moves to Florida? Ooh. What about my board? There's my board. She's gonna quick get my board, and then I'm going to get back to you, Margaret. There we go. There we go. Let's put this. I'll put the board here. There we go. Okay. Well, Margaret, go to CNA class in Florida. All right. Well, I'm gonna find out which tarot card deck wants to answer Margaret's questions. Okay, gotta remind myself I have a new space to work in. There we go. Yes, okay. Gotta get the board here because Margaret has several questions that I would love to answer. Let's see. Margaret get married. Do not write on the pen with the wrong pen. Do not write on the board with the wrong pen. Boop, boop. Alright. Will Margaret get married when she moves to Florida? Married in Florida. And will Margaret go to CNA class in Florida? CNA. And will Margaret meet a new love in Florida within 6 months? So, you know what? Heart in 6 months. There we go. Beautiful. We'll start with those three. Now let's see which deck wants to answer Margaret. It's going to be Queen. And that's going to be 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to be the Prismavisions deck. Gotta find a new space for these. Here's actually good. off screen. Ah, that works. All right, I do see your fourth question, Margaret, but I'm going to get to these three because I only have so much room. Okay, Prismavisions. Okay, will Margaret get married in Florida? Will Margaret have CNA classes in Florida? And will Margaret find love within 6 months of moving to Florida? Okay, so that's a no, a yes, and another no. Okay, I'm going to look into the cards for more details. See what we got. Okay, so no for getting married when you move to Florida. Ace of Swords. You're going to be too busy starting a new life in Florida to be looking at marriage in Florida. That is what this card is telling me. Like, when you get to Florida, you're not going to want to get married right away. I would check back in this because I don't feel like this is definite forever. Just when you move here, you're not going to be getting married. And the second one is, will I go to CNA class in Florida? And the answer was yes. And the Knight of Wands. And Knights are a movement. There's a lot of movement in Knights of Wands. And Wands are creativity and creativity, magic, fire, and manifestation? Yes, manifesting. So I definitely see that here. Because if you're going to classes, you're going to be conjuring a lot of energy. Although it looks like you're going to get tangled up in that. So do be careful. You don't want to get overwhelmed by all the classes. And no for getting married in 6 months. Will you meet a new love in Florida within 6 months? And that was a no. And King of Chalices. And the King of Chalices is a king of a balanced emotional set. The water here is speaking to me. You have a lot of emotions to calm down and master before you can find a new love in Florida. So right now you might be a little overwhelmed. So you need to become a king of the emotions, the king of the cups, the master of the emotions before you find new love. And that is what this card is kind of telling me. So those questions are done, and I'm going to get to your other question. So I'm going to boop. Put that here for now. Hold that. Thank you. I'm going to reshuffle. And then I'm going to do that fourth question. And will Margaret go to nail school in Florida? Ooh, nail school. Nail school. Ooh, the cards say no for nail school from Margaret. I'm going to look deeper into the card for that. So I see here a lot of... I'm going to say right off the bat, it says there's intricate work here. Very focused work. Six of Pentacles. Let's see. Cooperation, one connection. But it was a no. Was a no.
I'm gonna probably fall in love with a lot of guys here.
I knew you were. That's just my phone. There's very intricate work going on here, and for some reason that is the reason why it doesn't work. I'm not sure if... I think that's more of a message for you to understand and not really me. Like, there's lots of intricate stuff that just doesn't really work for you. And that's why it's saying no. I'm not sure personally why, but that's what it's telling me. Okay, and then I'm going to go to that other question. Florida. Okay, there's a lot more chat. I gotta catch up with chat. And then get back to questions. Let's see, Margaret's. Put Margaret on the list. I see you have the one more question about TJ. I will get back to you. Parlous says, and Margaret says, okay. And Parlous says, happy popcorn. Lots of details go into nail care. That's true. When there's license fees from the state, Margaret says, will Paul come to Florida to try to find me? I see the second Margaret question. Okay. And your Margaret says, okay, thanks, and you're very welcome, Margaret. And Parla Slouch says, check the U.S. state website. You currently have a zip code address for more details about health regulations. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But Parlor Slouch is here to give more details, which is awesome. Okay, Parlor Slouch says, Hourglass, Oregon State is really strict about such things as this, and tattoo parlors. Okay. Well, Parlor Slouch, the state would probably be Florida. If we have to go by anything like that. But now I've caught up on chat. I'm going to get back to your other two questions, Margaret. Which was TJ. Will TJ come to Florida trying to find him? Oh, to find me. So, will TJ come to Florida trying to find Margaret? And will Paul come to Florida trying to find Margaret? So, we got TJ and Paul. Will these two try to come to Florida to find Margaret? Will TJ or Paul try to come to find Margaret in Florida. Okay, so we got no for TJ and no for Paul. Ooh, wow, and they're also major arcana. So no for both. They're not going to find you. And TJ is the star, and Paul, the reason is the hermit. So the reason is that I feel like this is a wish come true for the star, because the star is all about hope and dreams and lovely things, and being a hermit here in Florida, you're not going to see Paul at all. So congratulations, you will escape into the wilds of Florida. I love that for you. Okay, then I'm going to put this deck away and check up on chat, because this deck is a little tired. Give it a small break. And then I'll catch up on chat and have some tea. And I do hope that helped ease your mind, Margaret. Put this back, have some tea, check chat, and take more notes. Okay. And Debbie Kelly says, hello, beautiful. Hello, Debbie. Welcome. And Margaret says, me. Okay. Parla Slouch says, finger hearts, likes the flat tablet with stylus. Me too. This is one. Okay, so these writing tablets are my favorite thing, because I don't have to use lots of paper. I can just write stuff down, take a picture of it for later, and then erase it. It's the best thing. I recommend them completely. They're called writing tablets. You'll find them on Amazon. So easy. Will I ever move to Hawaii to be with my son? Alright, another Margaret question. I'll put that on the board. Margaret. Awesome. Let's see here. Debbie Kelly says, will my friend Miss K have her primary partner again soon? Please pull a card. I will, Debbie. You're next on the list. And Parla Slouch says, TV, there are strong reasons, and stars often indicate civic events. Okay, and Margaret says, is Mose father talking about me to TJ? So Margaret's next question. And you're very welcome, Margaret. And Parla Slouch says, with thinking face emoji, Hawaiian State is really having a civic fight with the US. Okay. And Margaret says, wow, he is in the military. And Parla Slouch says, frowny face, stay in contact when family members is overseas. Yeah. And Margaret says, thanks, and you're very welcome. Alright, so we got 2 Margaret questions and a Debbie question. So we're going to do Margaret's questions together, and then we'll do Debbie's question. So, and then it was Hawaii. To be with the sun. There we go. Is Mose father talking about Margaret to TJ? Mose father. Okay, and then I'll go with Mosey father. There we go. So which deck wants Margaret's next questions? I'm gonna do a tarot card deck. Which tarot card deck would like to answer Margaret's next questions? Queen again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And again, it is the Prisma Visions deck. I guess it wasn't tired of Margaret. It loves Margaret. It loves answering Margaret's question. This is just proof. I love that. Nope, I see you. There we go. Okay. So, moving to Hawaii to live with the son, and then is Mosey father talking to TJ about Margaret? These are yes or no questions. Okay. So, Hawaii with the son, no, and Mosey father, yes. I'm gonna look into the cards for details. 6 of chalices. Let's see. So, no for moving to Hawaii to live with the son. Looking into the card. There's a lot of emotion there. Because it's, cups. Cooperation, alignment, connection. So I believe this card is trying to tell me that there's not the connection with the sun in Hawaii. Because they only see you, like, I envision that you here in the water would be, like, kind of submerged and not, like, fully able to be yourself. And that's why it's not going to work out in Hawaii with the sun. And then Mo's father. Reread the question. Is Mo's father there we go. Is Mo's father talking about Margaret's TJ? And that's a yes. King of Swords. So I would definitely say that the king here is Mose father talking to TJ, wielding a sword, so not saying nice things. Very logical. Like, I don't want to say logical, like, of course, as fact, but speaking in terms of what they know to be facts to TJ. Oh, no, I see. Feeding TJ roses and flowers. No, butterflies even. So if the king is father, if the king is Mo's father, feeding, talking to TJ, and feeding him butterflies, feeding him words. I'm not sure if they're true words or false words, but feeding him butterflies. And that makes sense for that situation. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, and then I'm going to move on to Debbie's question. Get back to Debbie's question here. Okay. Okay, gonna do Debbie's question. Put this one away, choose a different deck. For Debbie. For Debbie. Good. Oh, I do hope that helped, Margaret. Oh, Debbie's question. Will Debbie's friend Miss K have her primary partner again soon? Please pull a card. So that's a yes/no tarot card question. Okay. Which deck wants to answer Debbie's question? We got number 3. So 1, 2, 3. It's the Gay Tarot. Number 3. Put this here. Oop. There we go. It's beautiful. Okay. Will Miss K have her primary partner back again soon? It's a yes/no question. Will Miss K have her primary partner back soon? Alright. Ooh, and that is a yes. And I know there's like a time question attached to that. Like again soon, but when? So I'm gonna actually attach the Oracle timing deck to that because I just got it and I want to test out its timing abilities. So if it's a yes, I'm gonna ask it when. When? It's a shiny new Oracle deck and I like it. There we go. And then I'll read them together. Like how soon, you know? Okay. How soon will Miss K have her primary partner back? In September. I like that. And I'm gonna look further into details for this card for Debbie's question. So 7 is reflection, knowing, and inquiry, and swords are of the mind. And the mail is sticking out to me. So this news is going to be delivered by the mail. Nice. Alright, so that is what that card is telling me, and it says this will happen in September. So Debbie, I hope that helps you out. And yeah, I'll put this away, and then I'll catch up on chat. Put this deck away, and then catch up on chat. Boop and boop. There we go. Tea. I need a tea break. Let's see here. Catching up on chance. Okay, and I'm going to start here with Parla Slouch, Thinking Face. Hawaiian State is really having a civic fight with the U.S. And Margaret says, wow, he is in the military. And then Parla Slouch says, Frowny Face, stay in contact when a family member is overseas. And Margaret says, thanks. You're very welcome, Margaret. And Parla Slouch says, long nose emoji. There was a scare that happened in Hawaii, and folks are quite fearful of bad media public service announcements. And Parla Slouch says, neutral face. Within 22 minutes, as the sirens went off, folks thought it was a tsunami event. Big wave emoji. Tsunami warnings aren't fun at all. And swirly emoji. Not quite sure. Not in my stomach. Butterfly. Poetic kind of lyrics. And Margaret says, wow. And Parla Slouch says, butterfly, some storytellers use that kind of system. Parla Slouch says, Sakura flower aloha. Margaret says, yes. Okay. And I'm very happy that I helped you out, Margaret. Parla Slouch says, the sheen overtakes the card. Yeah. It's either there's light, too much light, or not enough light. I did dim the, to even just see the text on these, I had to dim the camera and tilt them so that they were away from the light. But this table is flat. Let's see. Mail around. Is that Scorpio sign? I think that's Scorpio sign. And Libra. Okay, Arcane Soul Tarot. Hey, lovely lady. Hi, Arcane. Welcome. What changes should Jay do in my reading to get paid readers? Oh, paid readings. What changes should Jay do in my readings to get paid readings? Harlasach says couldn't be helped. What changes should Jay do in your readings to get paid readings? Arcane Soul, can you clarify? Arcane Soul says, I mean to say, what should I do to get people to take paid readings from me? This is the question. Well, what should I do to get people to take paid readings from me? I'm thinking. You cannot see my thinking bar on the table. I apologize. I don't know because, what should I do to get people to take paid readings from me? I'm trying to get the context of the question. Arcane, does it mean that you're doing the readings and wanting to get paid, or are you trying to get a paid reading from someone else? Okay, and then this is the question. Okay, and then Parlasach says a vase emoji. Some messages come at a grievous loss. And Arcane Soul says, here, holding heart. And Arcane Soul says, you an anime fan? And I have an answer, and it's yes, I love anime. Parlasach says, fire extinguisher. Judge how one goes after a flammable situation. And Arcane Soul says, oh, what's your favorite? Oh, and Arcane says, I want client to pay for taking a tarot card reading from me. So, I'm not even to a point, Arcane, where I'm taking paid readings. I need to get up to a certain subscription point before I can get anything called super chats or super stickers. And then, I do believe you can ask for donations through, like, Ko-fi, I believe it is. Like, you can ask them to donate to your coffee, or even I have an Etsy account linked into the description, and people can go there and buy stuff, and, it helps me out because they get something that's really nice, but I also get a cut of that, so that's very nice. But I don't right now have any sort of monetization yet until I reach 500 subscribers, which I would appreciate from anyone. Please subscribe, like, share, everything. I want to do more of this. This is fun. And let's see. And then, what's my favorite anime? Oh, right now I am hooked on One Piece. A classic favorite of mine is Yu Yu Hakusho. I haven't yet caught up on my My Hero Academia. That's another one I know pretty well. What I like? There's a bunch I know, but really, it's One Piece is my obsession. I love it. And Parlasat says, broomstick. That's the thing. Not everyone will be happy with a combination meal. That's true. Crunchy says, hi, y'all. Hi, Crunchy. Welcome. And Crunchy says, hey, Violet. Crunchy says, may I ask a question if we're reading questions? Of course. I am always open for questions, and I will put you upon my board. I'm just catching up on chat right now. Arcane Soul says, I have 2K and I am monetized. Good for you, Arcane. I honestly am not monetized yet, so I don't know the details. I can only go off of what I've heard. And Parlasach says, at least you will learn. And Crunchy says, yep. Even if you just have your PayPal Cash App, even if you just have your PayPal Cash App coffee donation in your subscription, just like the channel. Thank you, Crunchy. Okay, and Arcane Soul says, I have PayPal everything, but people want only free. Well, that's the thing about people. We love free things. I am a student, hand on head, laughing, crying, so I need money from clients to buy decks. That's true. That's true. And Crunchy says, aw, for sure. And Crunchy says, hey. At Arcane Soul Tarot, I hear you. I also read tarot. To be honest, it's your responsibility to start with a deck. You can't put that on the audience. That's true. I mean, look at my collection. And I'm not even getting paid for it yet. Okay, and Parlasot says, a wet sponge, Mr. Beast from 2025 had to pay back 180 customers back of hotel fees from Las Vegas. Yeah, that sounds like Mr. Beast. And Arcade Soul Tarot says they simply want everything for free. Crunchy, fingers biting teeth. Parla Slouch says hotel chain in Las Vegas got surrounded by angry Mr. Beast fans. And Arcane says, Black Clover, give it a try. I have heard of Black Clover, I haven't had the time to really look into it, so I might take a second look. And Arcane Soul says, it jumped, come back. Arcane Soul says, you don't use YouTube Studio, sis? Crunchy says, don't sweat it. I mean, I do use YouTube Studio. Crunchy says, don't sweat it. I think focus on making it great channel and you get there. I'm starting to think I may absolutely relaunch my old channel again. It's great. Absolutely. People, of course, absolutely. People, of course, want free, but you can simply prioritize paid readings. That's true. That's what I plan to do. Arcane Soul says, yes, Crunch Cake. Umbrella Slouch says, watch carefully. Umbrella in the Sand, watch carefully who gets invited to a hotel event. India Welsh says, hey again. Hi, India. Welcome. I'm just catching up on chat. And Crunchy says, what I truly think is, for new channels, it is a fair energy exchange. People subscribe and engage your channel, and you can give brief reads. As traction picks up, charge. Seems fair to me. I've actually had people wanting to donate to me, so I totally get it. And those people will come and they want to donate. And once you have everything set up, then you will be lined up for those super chats and super stickers. So I'm looking forward to that. And I have directed people to my Etsy, and people have wanted to donate to me. And one of the ladies said, "It's terrible that you're doing this for free." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." But we will all get there, girls. We'll all get there. And Arcane Soul says, "Yo, sis, where can I reach you out social media?" Actually, my link tree is in the description, and that has all of my social media stuff. And that's for anyone, says Crunchy. And Arcane says, yes, Crunch Cake. And Crunchy says, lol, and yes, Violet actually comes very prepared. Love the deck options. I miss having even my classic deck. I need to reorder. Oh no, what happened to your classic? I mean, my decks came out and just said, I need to be used, and that's how this whole thing started, because they just had too much to say. I love them all. And Crunchy says, you can start it at any time, honestly. The prioritization of donated readings. Sometimes people truly can't afford to donate anything. Well, they can at least like, subscribe, and engage. And Crunchy says facts, and I mean that in general, Violet. Honestly, with all your decks, I think you can receive donations even now. Well, I can't through YouTube, but I do have, again, all of those links in my description. So any of those, I always point them out when people want to donate. I did get an Etsy sale by doing a tarot card read to someone. It was super surprising and super sweet. I was not even expecting it. It was really nice. They bought a keychain from me. I was super happy. Do, 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 do. Debbie Kelly says, will I see Pisces this weekend? I will put Debbie Kelly on the list. Debbie. And then Crunchy Cake says, that's what I mean. Yep. Now I have to look back and see, hadn't there been another question? I thought I had. This is the question. What should I do? Oh, I think Arcane Soul was, what should I do to get people paid readings? I think that was the question. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was it. And then Crunchy says, that's what I mean. Happy face, yep. And Crunchy says, You deserve it. Well, my question, if I may, Violet, and you may, how do you see things unfolding with Frederico, please? Totally non-romantic question. Right, Frederico was your business partner who had the boyfriend, if I recall correctly. Okay, so Debbie and then Crunchy. And Debbie says, it helps. And Crunchy says, well, not quite my partner, but we are business in some way. Yeah, the business partner. Lol, yes, he has a partner. That's awesome. I don't know if they're married or not. Great memory, though, yes. I wasn't sure if I inquired before. You had? I don't remember it though. I honestly just read the cards and I kind of forget some things, but some details stick. Let's see. I think it was like he was an emperor personality. But anyway, I'm gonna do Debbie's question and then I'll do Crunchy's question and then I'll catch back up on chat. Another sip of tea. Tea is a lovely thing. Find Debbie's question. Okay, so it's a yes/no question, so we're gonna use a tarot card for that. By the way, guys, now that you can see all my decks, I will allow you to pick your deck if you have a preference. But I do like randomizing for the people who don't know the decks very well. It's fun. Okay, which deck wants Debbie's? J, which is 11. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The Robinwood Tarot. Come here, baby. Moving the board. Okay. Box there. The chat keeps moving. Okay, so will Debbie see Pisces this weekend? Will Debbie see Pisces this weekend? Will Debbie see Pisces this weekend? I gotta flip it. Will Debbie see Pisces this weekend? That's a no. I'm sorry, Debbie. Page of Cups. So if I am to go correct, digging in details here, Pisces is focused on emotional things because cups are emotion. So he's focused on other things that are taking his emotional energy. So not this weekend. I'm sorry, Debbie. Okay, I'm gonna put this stick away, and then I'm gonna do Crunchies. And Crunchy's was how do you see things unfolded with Federico? How will things unfold between Crunchy and Federico, their business partner? Let's see. How will things unfold with Federico? I'm gonna open that one up to all the decks. So, how will things unfold with Federico and Crunchy? Let's see, which deck? Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trust your vibes. Trust your vibes. My new SEP is causing me to learn how to put my stuff on camera again. There we go. How will things between Crunchy and Federico turn out? Unfold. How will things between Crunchy and Federico unfold? Okay. Call on your angels. Number 13. Be aware that you have a personal team of guardian angels who will work directly with you to keep you safe and on track with your soul's karma and purpose. With their help, you have no need to feel lost, afraid, or concerned about your direction. Your angels are by your side, as well as above you, behind you, and before you, closely watching over you and keeping you safe. You have angels who will connect you with the right support people and angels who will bring you presents. In fact, you have angels to protect, serve, and support you in every way possible. Even if you doubt their support, they're still there, keeping you safe every minute of every day. Take the risk of believing that you're protected and begin to relax and trust in their ability to look after you. They will reveal their presence by giving you a sign if you ask for it. Open your heart and mind to receive their gifts. So I believe what will unfold between Crunchy and Fernando? Yep, Fernando. I'm getting the sense that he's either playing the part of an angel or he could be, what's the word, delegated as an angel if used the right way. So he's a very positive figure, and that in itself I think is very good. So yeah, it's gonna unfold very well. He's a reliable figure That's good. I like that for you, Crunchy. I hope that helps. I'm going to put this deck back and then catch up on chat. Boop. Okay. I'm finding where I was. Okay, and so I'm gonna start here. Crunchy says they're great together, really. Crunchy, oh yeah, and you said to just respect. Yep, yes, respect is still very important for Fernandico. Okay, and lol, but yep, things can shift, so I'm curious. That's very fair. I mean, things can change at the drop of a hat. And Crunchy says, "Heart bless you, Violet. Thank you. You are very welcome, Crunchy. I was happy to help." And Crunchy says, "Oh, that's sweet. And it's fun. Agreed." And that damn OJ. Hello, that damn OJ. Welcome. Will Abby contact me in the next few days? I'm going to put that damn OJ on the list. There we go. And OJ. Okay. That damn OJ, you are on my list. I'm gonna catch up with chat, and then I'm gonna answer your question. Okay. Crunchy says, "Lol, yes, please, gracias. Lol, si, por favor, gracias." I love how the chat will translate things. It's pretty cool. I love that. And Crunchy says, "Oh my god, this is Sonia Choquette?" Yes, that is Sonia Choquite? Yes. Is it a deck she created? I believe so. Let me look at it. Take the guesswork out of your decisions and use your sixth sense instead. This powerful deck by vibrational healer and revolutionary teacher Sonia Choquette, the author of Diary of a Psychic and Trust Your Vibes, is designed to activate your psychic voice and show you how to live the sixth sensory life. So yeah. Cover design. She totally made it. Cool. And Crunchy says, "Wow, spooky. Wow. Crunchy says, "Because I know of Sonia's work. She gave me the best reading of my life years ago. My whole life. I saw a Facebook post throwing back to her reading today. Wow. That's like universal synchronicities. I love it. It's so good." And Crunchy says, "Lol, okay. So far aligned. I know, right?" Lol, Frederico. Yeah. I will get the names. I will get better at names. Happy face. I feel he's been super important in my journey so far, honestly. You know what? That makes sense that he was an angel that was pulled from the Sonya deck. That makes sense. I love that. And Crunchy says, yes, I feel so. Thank you. I'm doing all I can. Thank you. Yes, I got teary-eyed, honestly. Aw. Go Crunchy. And that damn OJ waves. Hi, OJ. You're still on my list, and I'm still catching up on chat. And I will get to you very soon. And Crunchy says, because you just said to speak my guides, I was like, if I'm honest, but do I speak to them? And I don't know if anyone on the other side is hearing me. Sounds dramatic, but I felt that way. That you pulled the Sonya Choquete seems to be helpful validation. Yes. And Sonya gives you like soul-based reading. Never had that before. Literally goes to your past life history, and she told me stuff like 15 years ago that she has slowly unfolded to be true. Powerful. That is powerful. Good for you, Crunchy. Alright, now that I have caught up on chat, I do see you, Damn OG. I'm gonna get you now. No more distractions until I do your reading. You deserve it. Which, I'm gonna go scroll back up to find your question, and then I'm gonna do it. Thank you for waiting so patiently. Will Abby contact OJ in the next few days? So that is a tarot card question and a yes/no. Will Abby contact that damn OJ in the next few days? Which deck would like to handle that? We're gonna go with a tarot card deck. It's gonna be Queen, which is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oop, it's gonna be the Prisma Visions deck. I'm gonna put the playing cards here. There we go. That's a good spot. That's a good spot. I like that spot. You know what? I'm gonna put the box here. Ha ha ha. I will make space. Okay. So, will Abby contact that damn OJ in the next few days? Yes, no question. Alright. Oh, forgot to turn it. Hold on. Will Abby contact that damn OJ in the next few days? The answer is yes. I'm going to look at into the card for details. The Eight of Swords is achievement, expertise, and changes. And swords are of the mind. And communication. I see a lot of bogged down thoughts and people hiding behind thoughts. So it's going to be a thought-heavy conversation is what you're probably going to have when they contact you. So I hope that helps you out, that damn OJ. That's definitely a yes. Where did the box go? I found the box. Okay, and go back in your spots. There we go. And then it is time to catch back up on chat. You know what? Tea. Okay, and Crunchy says, I can recommend her. Thank you, lots, Violet. You are so welcome, Crunchy. That damn OJ says thank you. And you are so welcome, OJ. I hope that helped. Very good. I love when the universe brings synchronicities all together. It's a very lovely feeling. Okay, and since I have caught up on all the questions so far, I will go to my backup list and see how the night's gonna roll out. So the backup subject I have right now is the evening tea. The evening tea. We had the day go by. We're going to see how the night is going to pan out. We're going to open it up to all the cards. See what the evening tea is. Cards, drop the evening tea on me. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Prisma Visions, you are just so talkative today. So talkative. Oh, wait, you're going to go here. There we go. That's a good spot for you. Okay, that's a good spot for you. The evening tea energy. Don't do that. I don't like it when you break. What's your evening tea message, sir? Evening tea message. Evening tea message, please. See how the evening's gonna pan out. Ooh, the Lovers. All right, so our evening tea is going to start out with a major arcana and the Lovers. So lots of love, lots of dancing, apparently, and lots of coordination, and a lot of partying. So tonight is a really good time to go have some social tea as the evening tea, and maybe go on a date. So I guess go out if you have the option. And that is what the cards have to say. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night. Good times over me. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so I am going to put this deck away, but do not go far. I have 13 decks, and I use a regular playing card deck to choose which one gets to speak. And this would be a good time to drop any questions in chat. That way I can answer them. And chat is subscription based and locked. Chat is subscription locked. However, if you subscribe, then you'll be able to instantaneously chat and get your reading. And being subscribed, you will just be able to get more readings in the future because you'll be notified every time I go live. And you subscribing will help me out because I'm trying to get to my goal of 500 subscribers. So it's a win-win also for both of us because you get free readings and I get a subscriber. And it's all free and it's lovely. So anyway, tea and chat. Tea and chat. Okay. And then Crunchy says, Violet, if it helps to keep questions rolling, but no obligations as you've read for me before, we can check out maybe a different question. I have 2 others, but you tell me. I am always up for questions. Always. Crunchy says, otherwise I'm just hanging out and support, and I love that. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. And Crunchy says, lol, I absolutely would donate if I could, lol. But supporting otherwise in the meantime, I love the emotional support just as much as the financial. Trust me, I love it all. And my 2 questions, if so inclined, do it. Do it. How does Derek feel about my proposal? And what's he likely to do about it? That's the most important, really. I have another one, about romance, but all my highest concerns are truly about the coins. Lol. Look, Crunchy, I totally understand. The coins are totally important. Me as well. And I am gonna do your questions, so I have to put you on the list. Crunchy. There we go. Absolutely. You have tea. Wish I had tea. I have coffee. And the support is liking, engaging, etc. And it all helps. I love it so much. Thank you, Crunchy. Heart. Heart. There we go. And you are totally allowed your coffee because I remember the coffee culture, but I left it for the tea culture just because, to me, tea tastes better and it helps me function a little better. And I am going to get to your questions. And Crunchy says, that's why they matter. Thank you. You're very welcome. Other question, just surely curious, how is Robert feeling about me right now? Non-business, cool. And aw, your heart is cute. Aw, thank you. You're very welcome. Alright, so 3 Crunchy questions. Let me get them on the board before I get distracted a bit more. How does Derek feel about the proposal? And what's he likely to do about it? How does Derek feel? Derek, how do you feel? How does Derek feel? And what's he likely to do about it? What's he gonna do about it? What does Derek feel? And what is Derek gonna do? And then the third one, Robert feeling about Crunchy. So Robert. And Robert's feelings. Cool. That's a good lineup of questions. Thank you, Crunchy. We'll have fun with this. Let's see. Which deck wants to answer Crunchy? It's going to be a tarot card deck. That's for sure. Which deck which deck would like to answer for Crunchy? Okay, it's gonna be number 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay, Terrets. Here. I'm gonna see how bad the glare is on the board, actually. How bad is the glare? Okay, the glare is pretty bad. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the solution that I use for these. It'll be like 2 seconds. Let's see. Because I fold up some fabric and tilt. Alright, looks like it works much better. There we go. Okay, get the gay Terrets. So, how does Derek feel about the proposal? What's he gonna do about it? And then, how does Robert feel about Crunchy? Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good flop. Let's see, so, got Derek is feeling 5 of Wands. And then what's he gonna do about it is 9 of Cups. And then we have 5 of Cups for Robert. Wow, that's fun. Interesting. Let's see, how does Derek feel about the proposal? What's he gonna do about it? And how does Robert? How does Robert feel about Crunchy right now? Like, I see both men, our feelings are in 5, so there's conflict. One has creative conflict and the other one has emotional conflict. But this proposal has conflict over the creative side of things. So he's curious, he's trying to sort out things with the proposal. He feels conflicted and like he's in a hockey match. So it's brutal. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. And 9 of Cups is... what's he going to do about it? Fulfillment, nearing completion, and actualization. So 9 of Cups. Emotionally, which is Cups, he's gonna attempt to see your proposal through. And he's emotionally invested in it. And I see he's pretty relaxed about it with emotionally. But if he's cool and collected about it emotionally, and he has it in his emotions that he's calm and cool, then the conflict of wands is the environmental factor filtering into into his feelings. But he's gonna try to complete it. And then we're on to Robert, who is 5 of Cups. And he's feeling about Crunchy. He's looking at these broken cups. And he's not looking at these filled cups over here. And the cups are, of course, emotion. So he's not looking at the best side of you right now. he's forgetting about the better side of Crunchy, which is not so bueno. Not so good. So yeah, they are going through conflict, but at least Derek is going to look at that proposal and he wants to make it work out. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Crunchy. I'm gonna put these back. And then I'm gonna catch up on chat. One, 2, 3. There we go. Tuck you in. Review. That worked out nicely. Put this here. There we go. Catch up on chats. And Crunchy says, lol, tea is way better at this time. Yeah, so true. And Crunchy says, no rush. I will make something to sip on as well. Yes, good move. And Crunchy says, what he finna do? Moneybags. Mercy. You're very welcome. 9 of cups or 9? Oh, 9 of cups. 9. Like the number. Aw, hope so. Read Derek. Thank you for that. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, thank you. Robert, I'm listening. Interesting. So it sounds like Derek feels initially conflicted, but then decides, okay, we're cool, we're fine. It did, thank you. Do you think that is accurate? And yes, Robert, I know he was sad last time we were in touch. I basically left the connection for good reason. We recently reconnected, but not automatically romantic. That's fair. So I was curious how he's making sense of it. I mean, what I got from the cards was there was conflict about the feelings of it, but it was wands. So he feels like it wasn't the emotion that was getting him, it was the resources. That is the word I want. There was a conflict with getting the resources. But in terms of the proposal, which was 9 of cups, he felt strongly as it was a positive, he wanted to do it kind of thing. And that was the feeling, that was the reading I got from those cards. And Crunchy says, Yeah, that's what I got. I mean, I don't even know what the situation was. I'm just telling you what I was reading, girl. Rub the cards. They like it. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I made a bit of a bold pitch to Derek. Lol. All these questions are related. I have a feeling they are related. Sometimes I wonder, like, if I should ask, or should I just... Because as I'm reading, the less information I have, it should be better because then I'm just drawing more from the intuitive. Because, of course, when you're reading, all information kind of webs it together, and sometimes it helps, but sometimes it doesn't. So I try not to ask too many personal questions when I'm doing readings. And lol, all these questions are related. Federico equals landlord, correct. Lol, because of course they'd have to be all the same person. Lol, right. Message retracted. Right, true, okay. I don't want to give too much info. Good point. Let me stop myself. Smile. Yeah, I usually go off of whatever information people are comfortable about giving to me. But also, if they give me information, my brain also ties that together. So it's a little give and take sometimes. And Crunchy says, lol, I just erased some hints you may have seen already, but but yeah. Lol, was too late. You saw that. Very fair. Thank you. But they're all connected, I can say. Derek is definitely about business. Good. Yeah, well, you said a proposal, and since you're not focused on romance right now, it was probably going to be a business proposal. And Crunchy says, actually, here's a quirky question. I don't think so, but I'm just curious. Do you sense that Derek has any romantic curiosity about me or no? I don't think so, unsure. Well, that is a very good question to ask the cards. I love asking the cards these questions because the cards know, and I trust the heart of the cards. Oh, another thing. I remember the classic anime, Yu-Gi-Oh, which is why I love that quote so much. I believe in the heart of the cards. And that's why tarot is so special to me. But focusing on the question. Is there any, does Derek have any romantic curiosity about me or no? Okay, so does Derek have any romantic curiosity about Crunchy? We're gonna ask a tarot card deck for that. Dude, don't do that. Which tarot card deck wants to answer question? Excuse me. Which tarot card deck wants to answer Crunchy's question? King for 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's going to be the octopus tarot. Is there any romantic feelings from Derek to Crunchy? Is there any romantic? Don't do that. I don't like it when you do that. Please, darlings, don't do that. Thank you. Much better. Is there any romantic feelings from Derek to Crunchy? It's gonna be a yes/no question. Are there any romantic feelings from Derek to Crunchy? Ooh, that was a good one. Strong feelings. No, there is no romantic feelings. Let's look into the card for more detail. The Knight of Pentacles. Purely the Knight of Pentacles. It is all money. It is all money. And the octopus is riding a seahorse. I love it. His brain is totally in the financial zone. And he's moving swiftly into the financial zone even further with the proposal. All right. Yeah, that hope that helps, Crunchy. Probably helps clear some stuff up for you. Makes things much simpler. Okay, there we go. Tuck you in, get back to chat. Oh. Okay, and Crunchy says, and does Derek end up helping me setting up with Federico or no? At the least, based on current energy, and I'll for sure let you know how that goes. And how does Derek end up helping me set things with Federico? And then I'm gonna put that on for the next question. Gonna see. I'm gonna find out how to word that. Hold on. There was no romantic curiosity. And does Derek end up helping set up things with Federico or no? Okay, so Crunchy on the list. Catch up with chat. Okay, thank you. I'll just try to chill and hang in the room as others join. Really, really gracious of you. Thank you, Violet. You're very welcome, Crunchy. Again, I am here to answer reading. I'm here to give readings to people with perfect timing. I ask about Derek's romantic feelings because he's been just slightly, mildly flirtatious in the past, but that could have just been him being charismatic, who knows. And I have to say, flirting, if it comes easy, is probably not that romantic. Just gonna say. And Crunchy says, laugh my ass off. Okay, got it. Haha. Lol, it was purely about coins. Yeah. Okay, fair. Likely better, to be honest. Was just checking. Yeah. It does. Thank you. You're very welcome. Whether he helps me settle. Basically, whether we end up doing business and if that money helps me clear things with Federico. Yes. So I have caught up, so I'm going to go back to that question about Derek and Federico. Does Derek end up helping Crunchy settle things with Federico? Okay, so which deck wants to help Crunchy with this next question? Yep, there we go. Which deck wants to help Crunchy with this next question? It's a yes, no. It's a yes, no tarot card question. Which deck wants to answer? Excuse me. You're excused. Thank you. Which deck wants to answer Crunchy's question? It's the cat deck. Love the cat deck. Love it. Love the cat deck. Okay. Now look. Hold that. Good job. Hold that. Good job. I'm just trying to see. Read the question again. Does Derek end up helping Crunchy settle things with Federico? Does Derek help Crunchy settle things with Federico? Does Derek help settle things with Federico? Turn. Does Derek help settle things with Federico? And the answer is no, he does not. I'm gonna look into the cards, see if there's anything in it. And it is the Magician. And the Magician typically has a lot of resources, but if it's no, then Derek does not have the resources to help you settle it with Federico. Interesting. I hope that answers your question. I hope that helps out. The cat deck away. Boop. And boop. There we go. Put you back in the box. There we go. And catch up on chat and have tea. Okay, so I believe I've caught up. Basically, whether we end up doing business and if that money helps me clear with things with Federico. He hasn't gotten a great look at me, but based on what I reluctantly showed, I think 1-2 basic photos, etc., it's been all online phone based so far. Yes, I sent a proposal to Derek like, hey, if you pay X, it will help me with Y, i.e. Federico. Got it? I am wondering if Derek ends up coming through on that or not, based on what the cards can see so far. Okay, thank you. We do we end up working together at all? I guess this clarifies the prior 9 of Cups then, because that could maybe conflict, it would seem. Okay, so Kurchi's next question is, okay, thank you. Do we end up working together at all? It's another yes, no tarot card question. Which deck? Which deck wants to clarify that? Actually, yeah, it does kind of clarify that if he didn't have resources, then that would have caused the conflict with the proposal. That makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you, Cat Deck. Very good. Okay. And the other question, does Crunchy and Derek end up working together at all? Which deck? Which deck wants to answer? I'm gonna catch her on chat. Right, because he seems to say yes to the proposal. So I guess if we can ask for clarification, and at that point you want me to hush to say the word, right? But then the 9 of Cups meant what in that regard? To me, I got the 9 of Cups, and what was, because that was what he was gonna do about it, and the attempt was that he was going to try to do it because he felt confident about it. And get back to that other question. Let's see where to go. Okay. Which deck wants to answer Crunchy's question? Here we go. 7. And I know 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The supernatural deck. So does Crunchy and Derek end up working together at all? Does Crunchy and Derek end up working together at all? Does Crunchy and Derek end up working together at all? Yes, the sun. So it's a definite yes. You guys do end up working together. And the sun is happiness, success, clarity, freedom, joy, and light. I mean, this is like the yes of yes cards. You do end up working together. And it's funny because I know that in the show Supernatural, she is like a business savvy character. So this is like a yes, a triple yes. How does it work out, really? I don't know. I just ask the cards and they provide the answers, man. So, yes, I hope that helps. At least it all looks good. I mean, it's not like we're getting cards that are saying no. We're definitely getting told that this is going to work out for you. So, that's pretty awesome. We might not know how, but it looks like the cards say yes. Alright. Aw, at the triple yes. Very cool. Aw, at the triple yes. Goji says, well, that seems great. Most of the cards seem to point to yes, then so, maybe not sure about the no. Maybe that was accidental. Very true. Lol. It's not like Tower, Ten of Swords. That's true. I'll definitely keep you posted. Thank you. Because honestly, the Frederica situation is the biggest one I'm solving for at the moment. Nice. Very good. And yeah, you are always welcome to chat in my chat, Crunchy. You're very nice to talk to. I enjoy. Oh, I do have to warn you though, I stream for 2 hours at a time, otherwise I get burnt out. And I am gonna be closing stream in about 9 minutes. So this has been really awesome company. Lol. Tower, Devil, Ten of Swords, Five of Swords. Thank God none of that. Exactly. I mean, you've been getting coins and wands and pentagrams, and that's all in your energy, so I think you're doing really good. Oh, me too. Well, I'll say this. If it does pan out, hi, Preston McDonald, welcome. Okay. And Crunchy says, if it does pan out, I will definitely be donating here and you'll know it. Aw. Thank you, Crunchy. I super appreciate it. But really, if you would like, you can go to my Etsy and buy yourself something nice if you get money. And hi, Preston. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat and I will get to you. And Crunchy says, that'll be a clear, visceral confirmation for the you that yep. Your reading was target. Either way. Thank you. And I know it sounds wild. Sometimes people go, there's no way a person can't donate even a little. Donating is a funny subject, and I just welcome the people who can and who want to. Because I've met several chat people in chat now who really wanted to donate or do super chats, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm not monetized yet. Soon though. So I totally understand. It's some people are okay with it, and some people, like, no, not even that. It's like some people are like, nah, I don't wanna. I just want the free. And then some people are like, I want to donate. How to I donate? I want to give. And I'm like, I can't yet. It's an interesting situation, and I really kind of like the situation because I've never had a situation like this before. It's nice. And Crunchy says, I won't go into detail, but just saying, yep, there will be ups and downs. If I could, I would. So do what I can at all times, is all I can say. Right, I want to. And I will. Let's see what happens with Derek's proposal. Yes, I'm rooting for you. Or any other, really. I don't want to place anything on that. And I fully get re-burning out. Some folks are cheapos, but I'm not. But I hear you. Yeah, I understand. It'll all work out. I'm not worried about it. But of course you can share and, like and like push it on your friends like, oh my god, this tarot card reader. Go subscribe, get free readings. I mean, that's all to get me to like 500 subscribers. I'm excited for it because I'm like the channel is growing pretty quickly as from what I can tell. some folks. And Crunchy says 100%. Leave a comment. When you're done, I'll even leave a comment. I would super appreciate that. Thank you, Crunchy. You're so kind. I mean, let's see. I've actually gained 60 followers. Was it, no, 69 followers now from when I started live streaming a month ago. So the channel is growing pretty rapidly as far as I've heard. Let's see. Crunchy says, I did a secret channel during the pandemic and it began to grow quickly. Just consistently definitely helps. Yes, I have been streaming every day in the morning and it's just been growing. It's been a phenomenal journey and I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun. And Crunchy says, we do what we can. Preston McDowell says, can I ask what my Leo is thinking about? Yes, I will get to you, Preston, as soon as I catch up on chat. Preston. Okay. And Crunchy says, I think that's great. And Preston says, thank you. Yes. So Preston's, I am now caught up on. And Crunchy says, "Aw, sweet." And hey, Preston. Oh, excuse me. And I'm going to do Preston's question, which is, what is Preston's Leo thinking about? We're gonna find out. I'm gonna use, what is it, all of them? You know what? Yeah, we're gonna do all of the cards. Which deck would like to answer Preston's question? Which deck wants to answer Preston's question? Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In getting into the vortex. Alrighty, gonna put the board over here. Boop. Alright, and I believe Preston's question is gonna be my last question because I have been streaming for an hour and 58 minutes, so we'll finish off with Preston for the night. And then I'll catch up on chat. And then I'll see everyone in the morning. Okay, so what is Preston's Leo thinking about right now? What is Preston's Leo thinking about right now? What is Leo's? Wake up, wake up. What is Preston's Leo thinking about right now? That is correct. That is correct. Okay. I am a vibrational being, vibrationally emitting desires. You live in a vibrational universe that is managed by the law of attraction. The law of attraction is bringing vibrations that are alike together. And so it is important for you to acknowledge that you are vibrational beings, consistently emanating vibrational signals of desire. And when from your human form you offer a vibration of what you want because you know you don't want. Because you know of what you don't want, you know what you do want. You cannot contemplate any subject without equal components of wanted and unwanted appearing vibrationally in your experience. So if I have to go by this card, Leo is thinking some very deep metaphysical thoughts. And it's very peaceful, very contemplative, and trying to manifest good things into their life. Nice. Go Leo. So that is what Leo is thinking. I hope that helps you out, Preston. Alright, and then I'm going to check chats. Alright, and that was my last question for the night. And Crunchy says, can I ask one final question after Preston's before you look off? Time permitting, no sweat. If not, it will be a general one. I know the deck, but only if there's time. Don't push if exhausted. I will do it for you, Crunchy. You've been with me like all night, so yes, I will give you a choice of question and deck if you like. And Preston says, thank you, XOXOXO, Purple Heart, Trident, Purple Heart. And you're very welcome, Preston. And Crunchy says, ha, wild. This was literally the deck I was thinking of. And Preston says, thank you. You're very welcome, Preston. And Crunchy, if you would like a drawing from a particular deck, I can draw one from you from Getting Into the Vortex as well. And Crunchy says, aw, thank you, Violet. It can be a quickie. Yeah. I just want a confirmation that you want Getting Into the Vortex. Ah, okay. Asking is given. Very good. That's a better one. You're very welcome. Happy to. I'm absolutely happy to. Actually, I'm really happy about this new setup so people can ask. Because I think that's awesome. And that's the information card. Flip. There we go. Okay, another card for Crunchy. There we go. And this card is for Crunchy. 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 Okay, this card is for Crunchy. There is evolutionary value in my personal preferences. Do not underestimate the value of your preferences, for the evolution of your planet depends upon those of you on the leading edge of thought, continuing to fine-tune your desires. And the contrast, or variety, provides the perfect environment for the formation of your personal preferences. Alright, I hope that vibrated with you, Crunchy. And you are my final reading tonight. Alright. Catch up on chats. Love my Abraham decks, they're the best. That was literally the one I was going to ask about, and then it came out for Preston. Thank you, thank you. Yep, if it's Abraham Hicks, yes. Similar, okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I love that actually. Spiritual folks will recognize a few things at least, yes, smell. And like I saw the Sonia and the Abraham Hicks. So cool that you have all those. Very cool, Violet. I think it's cool too. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my collection as much as I do. Thank you. Lol. Thank you, Violet. Bless you and everyone watching. Crunchy says, anyone. Violet is great. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, do so. Heart, heart. She will stream tomorrow at AM. Yes, very true. Thank you. And come prepared to donate too, please. She is worth it. Oh, you're so sweet, Crunchy. I love you lots. Anyway, yes, it is like 2 hours and 6 minutes into stream. I'm going to say good night, everyone. I'll be back in the morning at like 5:45 Eastern Standard Time, AM. Good night. I'm gonna go to sleep. Bye.